Sorry, ignore that loud crashing noise. But yeah, here's a guide to Vorkath. I'm assuming that you already kind of know what you're doing. This is me, Crack Rock. I have a few kills. Let's see, almost 400. I got a DFS already. It should be around 3 mil an hour if you have decent stats. You know, 99 range. You could tank some hits. High magic helps tank with my setup. Also, you know, you want about these stats. You know, 99 HP is good, like a main, you know, but you don't have to. You also want, if you're trying to farm Vorkath for money, then it makes sense to like sell everything and just do Vorkath, but it gets pretty boring. But yeah, that's what I did. I sold all of my shit and bought like some pretty OP gear for it, as you can see. No, I'm kidding. But these boots, like peg boots, you know, the best slot gear you can afford. Like if you have a tbow, that's the best, but you probably don't. So yeah, like I have a Elite Void. If you don't have Elite Void, then get like Armadillo. You know, this thing is essential. Salve Amulet IE or whatever. So you don't need any of this Castle Wars gear. I was just showing it off. But so I'm just gonna bank. And I would recommend, if you're gonna do Vorkath for any amount of time, then to set a tab up in your bank to look something like this. So this is, you know, coming from scratch. I'm not wearing anything. I check my stats, they're good. So I just click, first I'm in a gear. So I have like all of the gear. It's not essential to do this, but just makes it faster. And then you just click on all of the stuff, like you don't know how. Oh, whoops, I don't need this ring in there. I just set my bank up like this, so. But, yeah, so I got a loot tab also, you know, this is just like a few kills. I got like 4 mil already, just so that all this shit goes in there. And I sell it off pretty quick. I'm probably gonna stop doing that. I don't need the blowpipe. As you can see, I'm like, you know, all I got left is a little bit of shit. It's like 30 mil, but here we go. Okay, so I'm geared. I just need bolts. So this is like, you know, how you would typically go. Like, you know, you would come back from a trip and bank. I'll show you where to bank. But yeah, you have all this shit in your inventory. You click that, right? And then you just click like that. You take those bolts. If you have the other ones, you can decide to do that or not. Have both there, and then 3 per pots. And then, you know, I take out food to get back to 99 HP because I'm only 67 construction. I just have the rejuvenation pool for special energy and run. You know, like use whatever construction best pool you got, and you know, you're going to be using your house a lot with this method, so it's good to have a high con level. I'm about to go buy whatever I need for the really good pull. Okay, so after you got that, you right click 5, 12. So then you got these 3 empty inventory spots. If you happen to have a Dragon Warhammer, you should replace this, but a BGS is actually very helpful in my opinion. So another thing to mention is that, you know, I bring a full 4 dose of range, 3 combat, 2 extended anti-fire, and then 3 anti-venom. And this is because you don't typically need all 4 doses, and sometimes you can drop the vial after you finish it and carry extra, you know, blue dragon hide or whatever. So yeah, this is a typical inventory setup. So another thing I forgot to mention is that in your room pouch, whoa, shit, you need you know, all of these runes: dust runes, chaos, and law. If I can click. Okay, so that typically goes down there, and you would have like that. So then I just, you know, move my helmet over. You can wear it because we'll need it because we BGS spec first. We actually use ruby bolts to begin the fight because he has high HP, and this hits a percentage of your opponent's hit points that they have left. These are just feast. Okay, so the first thing we do, just to get there, I highly recommend having your house set up something like this. So you have a pool right there. You can run to the altar. You know, you don't need it like that if you have a better pool. But then I have the Lunar Isle teleport right there, all just a real quick stop. You know, I would typically, you know, when I'm done with Vorkath, as you'll see here, I teleport out and I show up here or at my house, get everything back, go through this portal. And since I did Dream Mentor, which is highly recommended to do this method, it's just necessary. Dream Mentor quest so that you can do Bird's Eye Jack as a banker. So you bank if you need to. I'm all set. So then you use one of these other two bankers, and then you just hold the space bar, spam through it, and then click up here. And then, you know, you can go like left click on the boat or right click Jorfin, and just travel. And if you ever die, you right click him and collect, and you pay him 100,000 coins, and you can get all of your gear back. So yeah, it's a safe mini game, but make sure you don't die twice. Like if you die and lose stuff and it ends up in here, then you die again, whatever's in this box will be wiped from the game. So make sure you go back and get your stuff afterwards. So this out here is just like normal RuneScape, but once you pass this ice chunk, it becomes like an instance kind of. So like, you know, however many people can, you know, be on one world at a time and kill Vorkath because it's like an instance. So you don't have to worry about other people. It's a solo only boss, obviously. So yeah, you just climb the ice chunks, and then, you know, if you have something on the ground, you leave, and then you come back, that whatever you left on the ground will be gone, and you can't get it back. Okay, so I show up here, you know, I drink this on the way, I drop that, put on the BGS, everything looks good. I'll take a sip of that, you know, range pot, and then first I use Protect from Magic, and Protect, or just like, you know, melee piety. So then after the first few, you know, like 5 hits on Vorkath, you can have your run energy on, but you want to turn it off after about 5 hits. So this guy, he's one of Vorkath's like special attacks. Yeah, you kill him with Crumble Undead. That's why we have those runes in the rune pouch. You know, I probably should have explained a lot more before I started fighting him, but this is a typical fight. So I'm doing something called Wooks walking, which not everyone does because it's pretty difficult. Because if that fire stuff hits you, it'll hit a constant, you know, it hits 40s pretty damn easily. So, yeah, you know, just the purple attack turns your prayer off, so you keep range, whatever, range pray, protect from range, and the preserve prayer. Okay, so when he does that, you eat right away, you go to your magic, you do that, and then you eat again. And then that way, you don't have to eat during combat, because that takes away ticks, that takes away your DPS. So you want to eat when it's free to, because you can't attack Vorkath during that time at all, and if that guy hits you, it's really bad. You do not want that. So yeah, the purple thing, you know, you just watch, and then when these green things come down, if you stand on them, it inflicts damage to you, like 10s and whatnot, and I just got like 70k for that. It was pretty bad. But yeah, it hits, you know, rapid on you, and it heals him whenever it hits you. So you can poke him whenever he's unaggroed until you poke him. And whatever you leave on the ground, as far as I know, it just stays on the ground until you leave. So I'm not worried about picking that up unless I think I have to teleport out or I DC. Then you want to make sure you pick everything up off the ground. So since I'm full HP, I'm not going to bother eating. I'm just going to kill this thing as fast as possible. you know, I turn my prayer off just so it doesn't drain when I can't attack him. And not until you get the message in your chat box like, oh, you're unfrozen, can you actually attack Vorkath again. So that's why you can eat after you attack him. So yeah. So the only thing that actually inflicts damage on me if I do this right is that magic attack. But obviously I'm not perfect. So what I'm doing here is like one form of Wook's walking that, you know, to me, see, is a lot easier. That it's still, you know, I'm still learning, still 400 KC. This guide is mostly just meant for people that, you know, already know how to do Vorkath but want some better DPS, how to do it faster. It's just my methods because I've played this game forever. But yeah, so the main things, yeah, just, you know, try and inflict as much damage, but also don't die. Be, you know, like, safe up your HP when you're still, like, learning how to do it. Don't go down as, like, you'll probably see me go. So another thing, when he gets down to, I don't know, like, 25%, maybe like 33%, so like a quarter to a third HP, when he's almost dead, you switch to the diamond bolts, because this special attack can only hit like 30s on him, because like I said, it takes a percentage of his, its max hit is based off the percentage of your opponent's hit points, so you want him to have high hit points so that you can hit higher. So yeah, you know, I just make sure I'm all ready for the next fight, you know, so I'm not gonna be, you know, low HP and I have to eat sooner. So just make sure that you do that, and I step away from him so he doesn't melee me. I fucked that up. But make sure that whenever you have your protect from range on, you always have the shield on, because if you have protect from or like, yeah, like if you're not wearing the shield, make sure you're wearing protect magic, is what I meant. Because he can hit like 50s on you. So my HP's good, I'm just gonna keep attacking him. You know, I'm watching, I got 40 seconds left on my anti-fire, I'm good. And then, yeah, like when you, sometimes when the special goes off and it hits like a max, it inflicts damage to you, but you gotta be careful to save up a little bit more just because of that. And I always wait until I'm actually inflicted with the venom to anti-venom. Saves me a little bit of money. Not very much. And see how my HP is really low here? I can die very easily, so I wouldn't recommend, you know, just going ham on him. I would recommend eating up a little bit, probably. So still at like 40, I know he can't possibly hit me that much unless I'm not anti-fired. So make sure you watch that. Make sure it's a super extended anti-fire is the correct one. Okay, prayer off. Let me eat. Oh, I just fucked up. Okay, so, you know, I still could have killed it, but see, you want to make sure you don't do shit like that. And, you know, just stay calm, don't panic. You know, like, it takes a while to kill. Like, I'm obviously not an expert. This is me mostly just trying to tell you about the, like, tick manipulation when you eat. That shit is, like, worth less than a blue dragon hide. And yeah, just like some basic stuff, I guess. I'll show you one more kill. Let's see. I'll watch that, make sure it's not like 5 seconds so that my pot's not just gonna go away. Or I wait. And okay, so I'll wait for his attack to hit. Oh, it was the magic attack. So yeah. Okay, so make sure your run energy's off. You know, I step after I hit him just because I'm used to a blowpipe and I get bored just standing in one spot. But you don't have to do that. Just make sure you don't get hit by the giant like fire thing of death. And another thing, like try and keep some of both food so that you can actually combo eat. Instead of just, you know, eating all of one, then you can't possibly combo eat. Make sure you have some of both. And yeah, like another big thing about Vorkath is to pay attention. So that's why I've been like fucking this up so bad, is because you know, I'm not devoting full attention to it. But so yeah, that guy, just, you know, try and see what I do and copy that, and it'll help you get better kills per trip and kill him easier. You only have to move 2 steps from that fire thing. And yeah, this is going real swell, barely inflicting any damage. So you can see where the green things are gonna fall actually, and you can try and avoid them because it has a delay before it actually hits the ground. I'm fucking this up, hello. Come on now. So, and you gotta like watch and make sure that you're not gonna die, but you wanna like stay as long as you possibly can and try and kill him. So I wanna do that. It might just be, in some cases, worth it, you know, just to leave earlier if you really don't think that you can kill him, but we'll see if I can. I'm just gonna range pot again, because the blue dragon hide's worth more than it, and I'm gonna drop it anyway, and this way I get a little extra DPS. Okay, it looks like he's gonna die. Hey, so I'm just gonna show you banking very quickly, just to reiterate what I told you earlier. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the range pot, you know, make sure you eat any like leftover food. Whoops. So everything else here is worth more than a blue dragon hide. That's why, you know, like if I had 4 doses of everything, I'd still, you know, I'd be missing out on like 5k. It's not much, but it adds up every trip. And you know, if you have chaos runes, you can put them in your rune pouch. You know, make sure you have both those on, and then you're good to go. Make sure you always right click this, because the left click option is based off the high alch value of an item. So sometimes you'll get like Torsal seeds and Raynar seeds down at the bottom under a bunch of random shit. So I show up here, I'm 100% spec, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Do that. You don't have to wait for the animation. Pray, portal, and then this very eastmost banker. So I'm just going to do that just to save a little extra money. I could just eat sharks here, you know, but I am, you know, doing like a welfare version, which, you know, I guess I'm welfare because I do it anyway. Okay, so that's all set up right, you know, you'll get used to like how it should look, and then you just click on that guy and run up here, put that on, move the helmet, click it, boat, probably faster by a tick. Okay, so I see I have 40 seconds on my anti-fire. If I have over a minute, I'd probably just, you know, leave it, but since I only have 40 seconds, I'm just gonna do that. I poke him, put that on, pot, spec, range spec, or mage, yeah, range, I had it. Okay, I click that. Yeah, I fucked that up. I didn't have my shield on fast enough. I'm being slow. Okay, so he's already doing that. I can eat a shark. Kill him ASAP. I would eat again right now. I got my message in the chat box. I'm gonna attack him. Keep attacking him. Watch my HP. Watch my pots. He's still pretty high, so I'm not gonna switch to diamond bolts. So make sure I switch my prayer back on after he hits it. My HP is still good enough for me. I'm gonna start wooks walking. See if fucking it up here. Like, if you were, you know, very concerned, you can turn your protect from range off here, because he's not actually ranging you, but I don't because I'm lazy and I'd rather just waste a couple prayer points. You know, his hit points about half. I might end up eating. Actually, I'm gonna wait to eat because I know that the one thing, the demon spawn, will be next, and then I can eat during that phase and save more DPS. Yeah, see? Just like that. Pots are good. You know, like since my range just ticked down to 110, probably gonna do that. It's good to save that because, you know, I typically will get like 4 kills a trip, and sorry, why didn't I move? This lag. Yeah, 4 kills a trip, and so I don't really, you know, I can keep it at like 110 or above the whole time, so definitely if it's at like 109, just pot right away. But if it's lower, you can, or higher than that, you can keep it. I'm just gonna make sure I move twice, you know, he's dead. I'm gonna eat up. See, I'm just hitting 50% spec, so I can go ahead and put this on. Make sure that, you know, the shield is always on first, because see what I mean? Like left, blue dragon hide, right click, snapdragon. So I'm gonna just drop one of these, pick that up, make sure these are on, pots are good. It's not at like 5 seconds, so I'm gonna repot, and then spec, hit, oh I hit, yeah. It's a pretty good process. Just gonna make sure he doesn't hit me there. Take up my shark. Baby shark, do 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 do. Sorry, had a little freak out there. Make sure you don't, like, you know, you don't even have to have your prayer on this whole time. I just have it on so that I hit with rigor. You know, I'm pretty ballsy right now. I should probably eat, but who does that? Pussies do. Okay, so 35, I'm gonna eat here. Takes a couple seconds, and I shouldn't have ate. I should have remembered. There's lots of little things about Vorkath that, you know, eventually you'll get an intuition for and remember better. It took, you know, I still die pretty damn often at Vorkath, so it's a pretty hard boss, and you'll still make a shit ton of money, so I would recommend it. You know, if you have, you know, a decent bank and you want to farm him, you know, I wouldn't really recommend doing this. Why, dude? Pissed. Okay, of course. Watch my prayer. You know, I'm gonna wait for that. Even if that hits 0, I can still like repot and probably not get hit by poison or venom. But sometimes you do get venomed, like right away. But it does save money, you know. Oh, so close. I'm not even gonna bother eating. I guess I will. Dude, I really need to pay attention. I'm trying to do a trip without talking. Silver ore, great. Rare drop table. Do a trip without talking so that you can see and think about it yourself. Okay, or a kill. Wish me luck. I really fucked up there in the beginning. I didn't have the right prayer on. Oh, still fucking up. Okay, no more talking. bitch. Wow, dude. Oh, I died. Okay.